John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and I'm here with you for another video. And I've just got some knives I want to show you. I have picked up a few here, couple sets as gifts, and then a couple I bought, and so I just want to show you those today. And so the first thing is, I picked up I've been looking for or thinking about buying a Case Peanut for quite a while. I've been watching New Again knife reviews, and he did a big challenge on using a peanut as part of your carry. And I just thought it was really cool. So Case Peanut is what I picked up. This is in CV. This is a 2016, I believe. Although the box says 2017, so it might be one of those deals where they used leftover blade material from the year before. So it very well could be 2017. It's got that main blade there, that clip point. It's in CV steel, and you can see the number and marking over here. It's a 3220 CV USA. Little pin blade. This is a handy little knife to carry. So easy to carry. I had this slip, so I popped it into this slip, and it just goes right down in there. So Case Peanut, we'll put that guy out there for you. The next one was, I was at the local pawn shop that I deal a lot with. It's kind of like an antique store pawn shop. And so they have a $5 bucket. And one of the knives I picked up out of there was this Equal End Jack. And this is a Colonial, Providence, USA. And pretty cool. I haven't done anything to it yet. It needs to be cleaned up. The blades got some nice patina on them, but it's in pretty good shape for $5. And I just thought, oh, what the heck, it's got a little blade play there. These aren't going to be perfect, but I thought it might be nice to try RIT dyeing that. So it's got a little bit of discoloration on the other side, so I thought I might give that a try. So that was a good $5 find, I think. And I didn't pay much for this one. I got a great deal on this one on eBay. So I've got some good deals there for sure. Then I was doing a project at work, and it was a deal where we have an exhibit, and it goes to an event here locally, well, in Indianapolis actually, and because I'm pretty close to Indianapolis. But anyway, the crew was hauling it for us, and I was helping them load the truck. I don't like to just stand around and not help them, with my own exhibit. So I help them load the truck and everything. I was talking to the guy, and he was from Illinois, and I mentioned I went to a gun and knife show over there in Bloomington, and he's like, really? What'd you buy? And I said, well, pocket knives, are my thing. And the guy's like, I got a whole bunch of pocket knives from a relative. I can't remember who it was, but he said, will you look at them and tell me, what you think about them and stuff? So I said, sure. So the next day we were actually hauling the booth down there, the exhibit. And so he showed up with this whole cup full of old pocket knives. And long story short, I kind of went through them all, gave him my thoughts, and I'm no expert, but I just gave you my thoughts on it. But he gave me 3 of them, and I'm going to show you 2 of them today. The first one is this Imperial jackknife, Providence, Rhode Island. And this is a 1956 to 88 Tang stamp. You can see that the main blade there, nice clip point blade. This thing's solid too. It has a little bit of blade play, but very little. I mean, usually these things are worn out when you see them. And yeah, the blade's chewed up pretty good, but I sharpened it. And this thing is like a laser right now. So I put an edge on it, cleaned it up. I probably spent a good hour and a half, 2 hours on it at least yesterday, and got her cleaned up and shined up and sharpened. And I don't know what to do with that. I'm not going to be able to get those scratches out of there somebody just really used something terrible to try to sharpen it. But nice jackknife. I mean, it's like a large jack. And I looked up the patent numbers. Well, I haven't looked at the patent numbers on this one. It was the other one. I looked up the patent number. Sorry about that. But I know this is Imperial because it says on the Tang stamp, and then we've got the shield there. And good solid knife. I'll probably carry that. It's just pretty cool for the collection. I like Imperial and Colonial knives. Pretty cool. So the other, I'll show you the third one at another time, but it's pretty cool too. But this one's a Colonial Barlow, and so Providence, USA, and it had some advertising on it. And so my thought was, I cleaned it up. It didn't need a whole lot, and I sharpened it. And my thought was I would grit dye this, but when I clean off the advertising, you just barely see the advertising there. I thought it looked so good white, I just left it white. So it's just in excellent shape. You talk about a solid knife. Colonials were inexpensive, but this is solid. All the ones that I've gotten have been just really good knives. Look at the back springs there. No gapping. I mean, just a really nice Barlow. So I've got that. And then Big J. Okay, so he said I didn't have to do a video on it, and that's cool. That's great. I'm not going to show you all the knives, but I needed to show you a few of them that were some of my favorites in this box. He sent me a box of knives, and in that box were some pretty cool knives. The first one was an Imperial Jack in just mint condition, and there it's got the USA stamp. This is the one I looked up the patent number on. It is Imperial. He said it was Imperial Jack. I was like, well, if Big J says it is, it is. But I just looked up the patent number, and because I wanted to learn to try to date it. Number one, but it definitely confirmed it was a Imperial. It just says USA there, and then it has these patent numbers. Well, you could look these up, and if anyone knows how to date a knife based on these patent numbers or knows what year this might be, then let me know. But it doesn't have much of an edge, but it's just perfect condition. I could put an edge on it. I thought about carrying it, but I don't know. I think I'm going to put it back in the collection because it's just so perfect. And he bought this while on vacation. Was thinking of me and thought I would appreciate it, and I do very much. This was very thoughtful, Big J. Appreciate that very much. And in fact, he sent me a picture of it earlier, and I thought, man, that's a good looking Imperial. I was really thought it was a cool looking knife. So got that one in the box. And then there was this Boker. It's a Boker Magnum. There were a lot of muskrats patterns in that box. And this is a Boker Magnum. I think I've heard of this before, but this is a muskrat. And I just love the bone on this. These are made in China. It's like a Chinese version of Boker, I guess, or something like that. But and you can see China right there. But I just love the blades on this. I mean, look at that. Nice and thin, skinny. It's got a lot of snap to it. It's very solid. You get a lot of blade play in older knives and, you know, inexpensive. But this one does not have that. I'm probably going to keep this one. He said I could trade the other ones or do whatever I want with them. So, but that's one I think I'm going to keep. The other one I'm going to definitely keep, I spent a bunch of time working on this one, is this Cutmaster, Utica, New York, Stockman. And this is beautiful. I just love the jigging on that and the handles. So there we've got that blade, and then we've got the sheep's foot, and we have this bay blade there. But good solid knife, just needed a good cleaning and sharpening. And I put it on the Work Sharp Precision Elite. and sharpened her up, and that one is ready to go. So there's a few knives for you. Move the camera just a little bit so you can see them a little better. And I certainly appreciate this gentleman giving me the 3 knives. I'll show the other one at another time. And Big J, thank you for the box of knives. You'll see some of the others at a later time, but I just thought I'd highlight those. And with that, thank you all for watching.